If kids do decide to play tackle football when they get older, they'll have the knowledge of the game. And after all, it's the same field, it's the same sidelines, it's the same game, just no helmets. Brian Lewerke went 2 for 14 for 20 yards. Yep, 20 yards passing, they still won the game, and that's a huge feat in itself. But this game kind of symbolized the senior class. Tonight was senior night, and tonight kind of symbolized what the senior class was all about, grinded out and workmanlike.
Right here is where the swimming event will take place. And while some of Jacob's players have been training for a while, they say winning is the farthest thing from their minds, something Jacob has instilled in them. Morris is a semester away from graduating with his degree in broadcasting. His ultimate goal is to report on the very same sidelines he once stood on as a player. From Barry University, I'm Marcus Dash.
As you can see, it's all about the grind, and training camp really comes down to each player getting better and making their own players around them better. We will see that put to action Thursday night as the Redskins face off against the Atlanta Falcons in their first test of the season. Football's back, baby. Can't wait. I really can't wait.
The Miami Heat take their 12-game winning streak to Brooklyn. The last time they had a winning streak this long was when the Big Three were here, and that lasted 27 games. Heat Nation can thank the efforts of Goran Dragic and Dion Waiters for the reason why they've won 12 straight games, and that's due to their 20-point performances and their combined field goal percentage of 53%.
With the Super Bowl in the books, our eyes look to the next big NFL event, the NFL Scouting Combine. However, recent changes to the Combine will bar any players who were involved in incidents relating to violence or assault of any kind. Experts believe that many of these players will be passed on in the NFL Draft, like Oklahoma running back Joe Mixon.
What shocked me is how young some of the kids are that are showing those CTE symptoms. It's not just pros.
Ryan Taylor's intention of starting this league was to give kids the building blocks of the game of football in a safe, controlled environment, giving younger kids more time to hold off on tackle football. Flag gives them that opportunity to still play.
I think a lot of parents are paying attention to that, and they're electing to at least keep their kids out of tackle for a little bit longer and maybe waiting until middle school or high school.
This flag football league is unique to the area that it allows ages all the way up to 15-year-olds to play, not just little kids, which most flag football leagues in this area have been geared towards. Parent and coach Eric Novak says with tackle football's future unknown, this league allows them to be ahead of the game.
Maybe flag football will be the new norm in high school, maybe it won't be, but we need to be prepared to having these kids for a longer period of time in this environment.
One big reason Coach Novak says kids are trading their football helmets in for a flag football belt is that flag football allows them to learn the X's and O's of the game without fear of getting a concussion. If kids do decide to play tackle football when they get older, they'll have the knowledge of the game. And after all, it's the same field, it's the same sidelines, it's the same game, just no helmets.
The worst thing that happens is someone grabs your flag. So I think it offers an opportunity to have an easier opportunity for a coach to teach. And I think that is a true advantage for this environment.
More than fear of concussions, Novak believes flag is getting this wave of interest because it allows kids of all sizes to play different positions that they may not have gotten a chance to play in tackle football.
When you'll have one boy who's tagged, or many of them, to a certain position by their physique when they're 8. Right? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Taylor tells me flag football can coexist with football. There doesn't have to be one or the other. He thinks in a few years, flag will join the staple of sports kids play seasonally.
Soccer's the main sport that kids are playing. We're giving them an alternative now, especially in the spring when you don't usually have a football program.
In DeWitt, I'm Marcus Dash, News 10. A few notes from today. Deshaun Jackson, once again, did not talk to the media. For the second day in a row, he ignored the media, but his teammates did talk to the media, and they were more than happy to get on the field for the last day of minicamp before heading into training camp.
It's been really fun. Our defense did a really good job these last couple of days at getting after the offense, and we're just getting better on both sides of the ball. Though.
It's been really good. We got a lot of guys who are big personalities. Guys like Chris Baker that kind of get the whole defense going whenever we're doing well, and that's good. That's good for the whole team really, because it kind of when even though the offense might not like it at the time, it kind of picks up their level of play because they're hearing the trash talk and whatnot. But it's all in fun and just all about having good energy at practice.
Training camp begins July 28th. From Redskins Park, I'm Marcus Dash.
We're teaching them some life skills that will be helpful at school, at the jobs in the future.
One of the ways Coach Janka is doing that is by taking an individual sport and turning it into a team-oriented environment.
We want to train these kids to be part of a team, to train together, to support each other, and cheer each other on.
Accountability is something that one parent says this team has taught his daughter. In the short time Keith White's 8-year-old daughter has been on this team, he's seen his daughter's growth when it comes to putting others first.
Every child tends to center on themselves, right? Why wouldn't they? And this is an opportunity where they learn, where it's not all about them.
This is Hawk Island Park. This is the site of the junior triathlon. And right here is where the swimming event will take place. And while some of Jacob's players have been training for a while, they say winning is the farthest thing from their minds, something Jacob has instilled in them.
I just really want to just go out there and do it and have fun.
I want to encourage these kids to be competitive, but also want them to know that you can be competitive and still be kind.
Coach Jacob tells me if there's one thing he wants kids to take away from all of this training, is compassion for others. And I think it's catching on.
Saying nice things, encouraging people makes them go faster.
This fierce bunch will put all of their training to work on Saturday, June 2nd at the Hawk Island Triathlon. The hope is that they'll carry what they learned with them beyond the triathlon. In Lansing, I'm Marcus Dash, News 10.